Pwani University has evolved from a humble agricultural college offering courses in agriculture to a rapidly expanding, fully chartered public university. It is one of the two fully fledged public universities in the coast of Kenya, strategically located in Kilifi town. It is also the only institution that has the requisite physical and human resources to teach tropical agriculture from certificate through diploma to degree courses.
Pwani University started off in 2007 as a constituent college of Kenyatta.
We have bachelor's degree in psychology, we have bachelor's degree in child care and protection, we have also bachelor's degree in history, in political science.
The university was awarded its charter and became a fully fledged university on the 31st.
And even in archaeology. So it's a diverse area that covers a lot of the social sciences and some of the humanities subjects. Then in the school also we have the Department of Languages, Literature and Linguistics, which we call the Department of Triple L. In the Department of Triple L, all languages but important. I am a professor of sociology, but importantly I'm the dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences at Pwani University, and I think I take this opportunity to welcome you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think now we are exactly at 40 minutes past 2, and I think it is only good that we start our session. According to our program, it was the time for the School of Humanities and Social Sciences to address students. I can see Dr. Nancy Ngoa has checked in. Dr. Ali also has checked in. I'm not seeing the dean. Perhaps one of them is representing the dean. So I need to be told who so that I can introduce the person. Otherwise, whoever is here on behalf of the dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, please take this opportunity to take us through your school. Thank you. So whoever is taking us through, please turn on your mic and your camera so that we can see you. Peter, looks like you want to put a video. Is that the case?
You are now unmuted.
There's a challenge with the volume, I think. Okay.
You are now muted.
I can't hear you either. I don't know now.
You are now unmuted.
I think Dr. Ngoa should tell us what next, or is it Nicholas Ejuang? Hello.
Yes. Okay, good afternoon. According to the dean's information, he is supposed to be coming. So I think I saw him when we logged in first. So I think we may give him a few minutes. Maybe he's trying to log in. Thank you.
Peter, I think I need to be assisted. I'm not getting anybody, and I don't know.
You are now unmuted.
Hello?
Dean, Prof is trying to get in. He had a challenge with a voice from his end, so he's working on getting onto the platform.
Colleagues, I have a challenge with my sound system, and therefore I'd like to request Nancy just take over as I sort out my problem with the sound system. So take us through. The students are waiting. Let's just start.
Okay, thank you, Dean, Students Affairs, for this opportunity to present on the Department of Languages, Linguistics and Literature. Good afternoon, all, and all protocols observed. Yes. Yes.
If you can put your webcam so that we can see you, the students need to at least try to identify their dean.
Okay, I have put my picture because I think I'm not in the best of to show myself.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to make a presentation on the programs that we have in the Department of Languages, Linguistics and Literature, and request the PowerPoint, please. Yes. So first of all, I want to take this opportunity to welcome all the first years to the Department of Languages, Linguistics and Literature. And thank you so much for choosing the languages. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. Now I'll take you through our programs. We have the undergraduate programs, which we have Bachelor of Arts in Kiswahili. Then the next one is Bachelor of Arts in English and Linguistics. Then we have Bachelor of Arts in Literature. Then Bachelor of Arts in French. And then the fifth one is Bachelor of Arts in German. So all the 5 programs as presented there on the screen are the ones for undergraduate. Next slide, please. So then we have master's programs in the department. We have 3 master's programs in the department. We have Masters in Kiswahili. Then we have Masters in English and Linguistics. And then we have Masters in Literature. Then PhD programs, we also have 3 of them. The first one is PhD in Kiswahili. Then we have PhD in Linguistics. And then we have PhD in Literature. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's look at the career opportunities in the languages. After studying these languages, what to expect to do in the job market. The first one is one can pursue a master's and then a PhD and become a lecturer like us. We are lecturing because we have pursued the academic course. And then one can also be a researcher. You can research in the languages in different aspects. And then another area where you can be placed or you can have it as a career is becoming a speech therapist or a language therapist. This is an area where one assists the children or even those who have lost speech, maybe the elderly. They may have lost speech through probably accidents and so on. So one can engage in speech therapy. Then we have broadcasters. Through the languages that you learn, you can become a broadcaster or a news anchor. in any mass media after maybe pursuing other specialized courses. Then you can also become a news reporter or a journalist in the languages after studying any of the 5 languages that we offer. Then one can also be an author. Okay, so you write books as your profession. One can also decide to be an editor by pursuing those languages. One can become an editor, a translator, an interpreter, and one can also decide to go to politics. One can become a governor. The fact that you have a degree and a master's, later on you can become a governor, an MP, an MCA, and so on. So those are the areas that one, or after learning a language, one can pursue. Then the next slide shows the staff that we have in the department. As you can see, we are 20 of us in the department. And I have also indicated the different areas of specialization. For example, we have Professor Chimera, specialized in Kiswahili, Professor Mtiti in English and Linguistics. We have Professor Furaha Chai in Kiswahili. Then we have Dr. Nancy Ngoa, myself in Kiswahili. Then we have Dr. Catherine Mwangi in literature. Then Dr. Rukia Swale in Kiswahili. And then we have Dr. Justus Shimoni in English and Linguistics. Then we have Dr. Elizabeth Munyaya in English and Linguistics. Dr. Lester Jao in French. We have Dr. Salim Kasim in Arabic. We have Dr. Beatrice Busolo in literature. Then we have Dr. Violet Aura in English and Linguistics. Then we have Miss Sarah Wallace in French. Mr. Aliwasi Mwabaya in Kiswahili. Then we have Mr. Frederick Ndegwa in English and Linguistics. Then Miss Furaha Marisa in English and Linguistics. Mr. Alex Mudanga in German. Mr. Thompson Wazome in French. We have Mr. Hassan Bare in Arabic. And finally, Miss Paula Thiel in German. Now, I want to say something small about Arabic. We don't have Arabic as a program in the department, but we have it as a servicing language to to education, the School of Education. So we teach Arabic to teachers in the school. Okay, so after we have this academic stuff, we go to the next slide, please. Yes, next slide, please. Okay, so those are just sampled profiles of the pictures. The slide before the last one, please. Okay.
Are we stuck somewhere? Peter, is there any challenge?
You are now unmuted.
Oh, so the dean has muted, I think. Oh, she's off, Kabisa. Yeah, she's back. She's back. Yeah, thank you so much, Dean. Continue.
You are now muted.
Okay, I don't know where I left it last.
No, you are introducing the stuff. You are on this slide, and then I think the next is the last slide.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I just wanted the students to have a glimpse of the academic stuff that we have, and I want to say that the pictures don't show all the people because I had mentioned earlier that we are 20, but I just gave a few pictures so that they can have an idea of who they are going to meet. Then finally, we have the last slide of karibuni sana Pwani. Asante sana Bwana Dean. Asante sana kwa hii nafasi.
Okay, Dean. I don't know. I'm seeing some CODs. I think they are. Do they have something to tell us? Dean, Dr. Nancy. Okay. But I think, yes, you are back, Dean.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Dean School of, Dean Students Affairs. The Dean had expressed that he was trying to log in, but he had challenges. So he had actually requested the chairs to present something. So I'd expect my colleagues will do the same as I have done.
Okay, I don't know. Thank you, Dean. Yeah. So I don't know which order I can follow, but let me ask. I'm seeing Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali, can you take the floor, please?
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are hearing my voice. Are you hearing my voice?
Yes, we can hear you, Daktari, and we also want to see your face as well.
Yes, we can hear.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Dean and members and students. Welcome to Pwani University, the new students. This is Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. This department was established in 2012, and it offers both the undergraduate and also postgraduate studies. The department has 3 specializations. We have Islamic and also Christianity, and also we have African religious studies. The department is offering different programs. We have diploma in leadership studies, and also we have BA in philosophy and leadership. We also offer BA philosophy, BA religious studies, BA Islamic studies, BA theology. Theology, especially for Christian studies, a combination of both Christianity and Islam. And for postgraduate, we are having MA in religious studies. We also offer MA in philosophy. We also, for the PhD, we offer PhD in religious studies and also PhD in philosophy. The department has 12 member of staff. We have 2 professors, 3 senior lecturers, 6 lecturers, and 1 assistant lecturer. As far as the opportunities, after you have graduated from our department or from Pwani University Department of Philosophy, there are so many fields for you to work and also to engage yourself. You may engage yourself in projects, making projects, academic projects. Also, you can be a researcher. You can work as a researcher. You can also work in NGOs. You can also work in social work. You can also be an educator. You can work also in education field. You can work also in leadership. If you want to be a CMA, if you want to be a member of parliament, you can also graduate from our department. You can also work in interfaith. You can also work interfaith and also interdisciplinary work. The department also have two directors. The two directors from Pwani University coming from our department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. We're having Professor Muoki, who is the director of BAS, and also Board of Undergraduate Studies, and also we have the professor, and we have also Dr. Ukabi, who is director of Quality Assurance. This is a small introduction for our department, and thank you very much. Welcome to Kenya. Welcome to Pwani University. Pwani ni Kenya. Thank you very much, and welcome to Pwani University, Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Daktari, and please don't go away. I think there are some questions which are coming, and either yourself or Dr. Ngoa and your colleague might be called upon to respond. Now, next, I think I am seeing Nicholas, Dr. Nicholas Ajuang. Please take the floor. Dr. Nicholas. Looks like we have a challenge with Nicholas. Is not ready.
You are now unmuted.
Who is coming next? I'm not seeing any other person from that school. Yeah. Okay. Now I want to then open the session for questions. If students have questions, yeah. Thank you, Daktari, you are back.
Yes, thank you, Bernardine. Dr. Ajong has requested me to present for him because he has challenges with his system. Okay. So he tells me that the PowerPoint is with the ICT personnel. Okay. So if it is displayed, then I can do that.
Okay, I think Peter, you are following that. It is now you have the slides. Okay. So, Daktari, Dr. Nancy.
Oh, yes, please.
There are a few questions here which I think as Peter is putting the slides on, maybe you can respond.
Okay.
One of these questions is that how is English and linguistics related to English literature?
Okay, thank you, Bernardine. Yes. The two are kind of different programs, although they both use English as the media of instruction. We have English and linguistics. It deals with the study of the language the language without putting in any issues of culture. But we have a literature program, and I'm avoiding saying English literature. It is just a BA in literature, which involves studying the literature of English and other languages. So we don't have it tied to English. We have English as the media of instruction. That is, when teaching, we use the English language, but we have other language, other literatures of other language or ethnic groups. So we don't tie it to only the English literature. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you are clear. Now I think the slides are they are on. I think now you take over. You continue, Nancy.
Okay, thank you, Bernardine. So this is the third department in the Humanities and Social Sciences. The department is called Social Sciences, and the chair of the department is Dr. Ajwang.
Thank you. I can.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy. So, this is the Department of Social Science, and we offer quite a number of programs in the department. My name is I'm the head of the department. And so, as long as I will go to a few here. So I can say in the department we offer a number of undergraduate courses. One of them is of in history, archaeology. The second course offers Bachelor Arts History itself. And then we also have Bachelor Arts Political courses. And there is Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. And we have Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. And then is the program Bachelor of Arts in Childcare and Protection. And so we have some programs that have come and which is of arts in anthropology. And then we have got a postgraduate course as well. We have a master's program in sociology, and we also have a PhD program in sociology as well. And as you heard, the department has got many programs, so this is a very big department, and it is housed in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Associated with the department,
I tell you, your voice is breaking. I don't know whether there's something you can do to fix it. Students are asking, your voice is breaking.
Oh, so I don't know whether now.
Yeah, it's still not yet improved. They are saying, Dr. Joang, we can't get you. Your voice is breaking.
Oh, okay.
Now it's better.
Okay, fine. Okay. As I said, where the department is housed in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences in Pwani University. We have got a number of the staff are enthusiastic to work, and they are focused. The department offers all the we've mentioned, and so realize the in social science research and development, and then we are committed also in our meeting prepare graduates who are sound theory and can practically contribute a solution to current problems, as well as conduct authoritative research and publication in the disciplines of sociology, archaeology, political science, psychology, history, and also in the in childcare and project. Okay, and so our objective as a department is we want to postgraduates who are to equip with skills address developmental challenges. We want to create an awareness, and requirements for professional practice, and for participation in the future when dealing with problems. We also want to keep students abreast of information, communication technology, IT, and its application in social sciences for development. We also like to provide a unique opportunity for the university and larger community in identifying problems to envisage solutions which are in line with modern thinking. Similarly, we want for students to participate in seminars, conferences, and workshops locally and nationally. And so, for programs, those of us going to do archaeology and history, this combination that has both archaeology and history together. Our graduates are trained in archaeology with different opportunities for employment in heritage management, institutions, as well as the ministry of culture. Yes.
I'm not sure the students are getting you. Your voice is getting bad, worse and worse. I mean, there's breaking so much. I don't know whether you can fix it and then we allow you to come back, or what do we do?
Probably then Nancy can continue on behalf, because there is nothing much about now. Yes.
You are now unmuted.
Okay, then Nancy, can you conclude it for us?
Dean.
Yes.
I think I've been found on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I think we can be able to try and use the phone and make a few remarks.
Exactly, Prof. And your voice.
Thank you very much. Am I audible enough?
You are now unmuted.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity first to apologize for the technical hitch. I was not able to join earlier because the network was a little bit bumpy, but at least I've been able to. And I want to thank the students very much and their guardians for being patient to be able to us. In the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we clearly, I think you have already heard, we have 3 departments, and one of the department is LLL, Language, Linguistics and Literature, of which the chair, I heard the chair in the background talking about what programs we have there. In summary, we have programs that touch on language, English language, German, we have Arabic literature. I think this is an important department. Yes, that whatever we should go to Munich to our department builds on our communication, on our skills that we need to humanity. Important the center of effective service in the department. We have competent staff there, professors there who are and international linkages, and also act with our students and staff internationalization program in that department. The second department is, I've had Juang having challenges, maybe I'll be able to help, is the Department of Social Sciences. In the Department of Social Sciences, again, it is a link that provides us with social understanding of society. In social science, for example, we have programs in Bachelor of Arts Sociology, we have programs in Bachelor of Arts Psychology, we have programs in political science, we also have Bachelor of Arts
So your voice has disappeared, Prof.
I was saying, am I audible enough now?
Yes, now you are back.
Yes, I was saying that in the Department of Social Sciences, we have many programs, being Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, another one Psychology, another one Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. We have Bachelor of Arts in History, and also Bachelor of Arts in Theology. And as making an emphasis on child care and protection being a new program, it's a new program that is unique and unique because the Pwani University is near university to offer this in Kenya. So it is important that to improve issues that deal with children in our country. And they are also here quite competent staff, well-trained staff, so international linkage. There's also those who are interested in, but basically give us in society. They try to locate, trying to solve, and finally we have Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. One of disciplines because knowledge itself is philosophical, and therefore we handle issues of knowledge, issues of knowing, issues of issue of metaphysics. We handle them in the Department of Religious Studies. We teach both Christian religion and also Islamic religious studies. The area options are very much available in all those disciplines. The total school provides a lot of so the county governments. We also from our graduates. Graduates also participate very much, contributing to NGO, non-government organizations. Our students also work in community-based organizations. So, open for our students, and we have also here skills that can not only understand the knowledge that exists in the various three departments, but also to be able to offering research skills and offering tips so that we can connect our students to the industry so that it will be relevant when they graduate the university. So, Pwani, welcome to University again, and welcome so much to the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Here they want to provide the need of science and knowledge in society. We connect human problems, connect social problems to the
Okay, looks like we, due to network, we have lost our dean. Maybe.
Interestingly, I can hear you, Dean.
Yeah, but we can't hear. Okay.
So I think then I want to stop there to allow questions as we move forward. But we contact us even online and email times. In the website, we look at the staff our numbers. You can catch on Facebook, ask us questions. We are here sessions. Thank you very much for choosing Pwani. Thank you very much for choosing to be in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Back to you, Dean Juma.
Thank you, Prof. for that. I think now, having heard from the chairs of the departments and now the dean has joined us, I think, dear students, I want to give you 2-3 minutes for questions. If you have any questions that you want to pose to the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, please, I said earlier, you can type, or I'm seeing some of you can even talk. So feel free. Who is ready to talk? If I may ask that. If you are ready to talk, please switch on your mic and we shall pick you from the chat. Okay, I'm not saying, but there's one question, Prof, which is there. I don't know whether it's not only related to you, but a student, Maina Frederick Kariuki, is asking whether you must have a PhD for you to become a lecturer. It's a general question. Maybe we can start with that, and then we wait for the others to type their questions. Is the Dean, Professor Shauri?
I don't know if you can hear me. I can answer that.
Yes, please.
Okay, fine. The question was lecturer if you must have a PhD.
Yes.
I want to say no. It is required by the Commission for University Education that every lecturer in the university must have a PhD. But say for somebody with, if you are teaching a certificate course, you need to have a diploma. If you are teaching a diploma course, what you require to have is a degree. And if you are teaching a degree course, what you require to have is masters. And if you are teaching masters, what you require to have is a PhD. So it depends what level you teach in university. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing that the Dean is trying to come back. Yes, Professor.
Yes, Dean.
There was a question, and now there's another one which has come. The first one, I think Dr. Ajwang has responded to it. A student was asking whether you need a PhD for you to become a lecturer. That was one. Then second, I think now you can take us with this one. There's a student who is asking, if I do Bachelor of Arts degree, can I go and teach in high schools?
Thank you very much. To do a Bachelor of Arts degree in high school. Yes and no. Yes, because Bachelor of Arts offers content that is supposed to be taught in high school, but doesn't offer the methodology part of it that you use to teach. This is the reason why people do Bachelor of Education. But when you do Bachelor of Education, it means you're teaching subjects from Bachelor of Arts, the methodology, the techniques of teaching will be taught in the School of Education. So in essence, a Bachelor of Arts student can still teach in high school, but will teach as an untrained teacher. And those ones who have done the same courses with them will go there teach as professional teachers because they would have done education. So we share between the education, we give the content to be taught, education gives the methodology to be taught. I think that is, so we are sisters. So the students of education are our students, and some of our students also are in education. Thank you, Dean.
Okay, thank you, Prof, for that. I'm not seeing any other question, and I'd say that anybody willing to talk, please put on your mic, and I should be able to pick you from the screen. Yes, I'm still waiting for anybody. Any student, feel free to ask a question. There's one, Prof, but I think Nancy, Dr. Nancy Ngoa had already answered this one, but she has come back again. It is about the prospects of doing Bachelor of Arts English Literature. Bachelor of Arts English Literature. What do I become? That is the question the student is asking.
Thank you very much. I think it's a good question. It's a good question. When you do English literature, you have a lot of opportunities. One of the opportunities you work as in the field of communication. For example, you can work in the mass media, in the radio, in television, and other medias, including starting your own media. Nowadays, people go online, go Google, go YouTube, and start their own media. So with your English, you can do a lot. You can teach English. With your English also, you can become a translator. There are many organizations that are looking for translators. They need people to translate maybe English scripts to a foreign language, or a foreign language into an English script. You can also be a proofreader. You can be proofreading books, so you can work in the book industry where people are writing novels, are writing scientific books, and your work will be to proofread the English. So there is a lot of use for English, and for literature, definitely it gives you analytical skills. Someone who has done literature is very good with the analytical skills in terms of analyzing literary work or works that have been written, and also a digital work, especially those who comment. For example, political analysts, for example, social analysts, economic analysts, they need some analytical skills, and literature gives you the hidden meaning of words and the hidden meaning of scripts, so that your scope of understanding of things is better than any other person outside that profession. So the scope is wide. There's a lot of opportunities. Some people, run away because when they hear Bachelor of Arts, they tell each other that it is Bachelor of anything. This is not Bachelor of anything. It is one of the most popular degrees. Myself, I've done it, and others have also done Bachelor of Arts, and they are contributing significantly in society. So there's nothing to fear in doing any program that you have been taking, because the world needs all of us. Without a Bachelor of Arts in Literature human resource in the country, it means we have a problem. So let us not run away from these professions, because they also have a role to play in the development of Kenya and in the development of the world. We're only training for the way, but we are training for the world. So even our vision, our motto as a university is to be a word, and therefore we expose you, then you work anywhere. Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you, Prof. I think that was a quite informative piece of message that you have passed to the students. Ladies and gentlemen, we were to have two schools today, in this afternoon, that is School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and then the School of Education. Looking at my watch, I think we are going beyond the stretch that we had given to the School of Humanities. However, I'd like to ask Professor, the Dean of the school, just to give a parting shot. Stephen Oyugi. Stephen Oyugi, do you want to say something? I think Oyugi is just trying to connect. Oyugi,
Yes, I have a question.
you have a question?
Yeah.
Please ask.
So you said that the Bachelor of Arts, I've heard that you can get a lot of career opportunities in the media, translation, and if I see in the Bachelor of Education, there's a time they go for teaching practice. So I don't know.
I'm not sure if I can hear you, but if the dean is hearing you, that is okay. Dean, unamsikia mwanafunzi huyo?
Yes, sikia vizuri sana na nimemwelewa.
Asante.
Nafikiri naweza kumjibu kama kuna changamoto ya network. I've stood you or Yugi, you saying that students of Bachelor of Education have an opportunity to go for teaching practice. What happens with Bachelor of Arts students? We also go for attachment. Bachelor of Arts students go for attachment, and we get our students attached in government offices, both county government and national government offices in the different departments, because depending on the relevance of the course you're doing. We also have attachments for our students in the NGO sector. We also have attachment in community-based organizations. We also have attachment programs for our students in the private sector. In the School of Education, the attachment is only teaching practice. They go to school. But in the Bachelor of Arts, we have many opportunities depending on where you want to work. If you want to work in the NGO sector, we'll attach you there. If you want to work in the private sector, if you want to work in national government, so all these opportunities are there. So the scope of our internship is very wide because we have professional disciplines that we have. So don't worry. They go for teaching practice, you will go for attachment, you will go for internship, and other programs that are there. Thank you.
Okay, I've understood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof, for that. But then I wanted you to give a parting shot to the students so that I can now move to the School of Education.
Thank you very much, Dean. I think I want to thank the students who have logged online, and I want to thank them for choosing to do programs in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. This is the place to be. We are looking forward to receive you so that we'll be able to pass the knowledge that we have to you guys. And I think it is interesting, and you'll find it very interesting and rewarding to be a student in this school. We are ready for you. We are with our open hearts, our open minds, so that you can come and learn and make a career that can be able to help you to make a contribution in life. So I think that will be my shot to make sure that our doors are open. We are ready to start. Feel free to give you the results that you deserve. And we are well prepared for you. So thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, Professor, and also God bless you in your endeavors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to switch over to the School of Education, and I'm seeing Dr. Jacinta Kwena. She's ready. Daktari, can you take over from me and you lead your school?
Thank you very much, Dean Juma. Let me just get in. I'm around. My CODs, I think, are also around.
Dean Kwena. Dean Kwena, we can't hear you. Dean Education. Can somebody whisper to the dean that students can't hear her?
Sorry, the challenge.
Yes. Now we can hear you.
Now you can now hear me.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
I got muted. So I'm welcoming all the students. I'm welcoming also the other deans on the forum. Dean Juma, I'm welcoming the colleagues that are around. And I take this opportunity to welcome our new students. Welcome to Pwani University and welcome to the School of Education. We are the educators today, but tomorrow you are going to be the educators. And we hope that you have chosen this career or you have been taken into this career knowing exactly what it entails. I would like to introduce my school, first of all, by informing the students how many departments we have in the School of Education. This is the most populous school. That means most populated school. We have quite a big number of students in Pwani University in the School of Education. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kwena Jacinta, and I'm the Dean School of Education. I know I have been talking to some of you. I've been talking to some of the parents, asking me a lot of questions at Pwani University. Now you are finally at Pwani University, and we are very happy to receive you. The School of Education comprises 4 departments. And the 4 departments are curriculum instruction and educational technology. We abbreviate it as SET. SET is headed by a chairperson called Dr. Namasaka. He's around and will give you a word. We have another department, the Department of Educational Psychology, Special Needs, and Early Childhood. This department is headed by Dr. Mary Chebi. She's also around, and she is going to share 1 or 2 with you. Our other department is Educational Foundations and Policy Studies. This department is headed by Dr. Ruto, who is around, and he will also say something. And our 4th department in the School of Education is Educational Administration, Economics and Planning, IAPE. This school is headed by Dr. Susan Muraga. So those are the 4 departments. But we also have a senior member of our school who is in the management. We have Professor Mondo as one of our colleagues in the School of Education. As a school, we have a vision, we have a vision, we have a mission, and we have a philosophy. I will not go into the details because these are all embedded into the Pwani University vision, mission, and philosophy. And then within this, we ask who is a teacher, so that before you actually start training as a teacher, you need to know exactly who a teacher is. That a teacher is an educator, a person that helps students to acquire knowledge, to acquire competencies, to acquire virtues. So you need to be aware of what exactly you are going to do, that we expect you at the end of the training to have knowledge that will be able to share with your students, to be competent in many, many areas. Now we are talking about competency-based curriculum, that you have to be competent to go and pass over your knowledge to these learners. You must have particular virtues that are correct for you to be able to be a good teacher. And there are various roles of the teacher, but the major role of the teacher is actually to help your students in class. And generally, you are going to be an external parent to all your learners. In thousands, you will be an external parent for these learners. You are going to be a counselor to all the learners at the end. You are going to be a mentor to these learners, and you are going to be a role model. These are just some of the things, some of the roles that you must know from the beginning, that at the end of the day, this is what you have to become. So today, who are you? And tomorrow, will you be able to become all these things? That we have seen teachers that have not played the role of parents to their students. Are they really in the right profession? So you need to start asking yourself now whether you really are joining the profession of teaching because that is what you wish to acquire, or because you are just here, you are here because you are thinking of a salary. And we wish that we have only those students who have teaching at heart, who can be able to carry on these several hats on themselves at the end of the training. That if you think that you actually cannot be a parent to somebody's child, then you are in the wrong field. Maybe you try another school. But I want to believe that you are here because you had an interest in teaching. But the good thing is that teachers are not born. Teachers are created. So we are actually going to create a teacher out of you. By the end of 4 years, we expect that you will be a teacher that will be carrying all these hats. Now, apart from our 4 departments, I think most of the deans that have talked have mentioned the School of Education. I've seen even students have asked questions. If you are doing a BA, can you be a teacher? The answer is yes or no, yes and no. The other departments in most of the schools service us. We are producing a professional teacher. My colleague that I've just taken from has said, we shall be giving you the professional courses. They will be giving you the content. So you will need to take your 2 teaching subjects. These 2 teaching subjects, for example, English literature, Kiswahili, history, they will be taught in the School of Humanities. So you will be rich in the area of history, you will be rich in the area of Kiswahili, etc., etc. You will be rich with the content in chemistry for you to be able to teach in high school, to teach the chemistry in high school. But together with that, we need to mold you into a teacher. You will actually be sharing classes with the BS students, But at the end of the day, you will leave your colleagues of BA to go in for professional courses that will create a teacher out of you. And these 4 courses these professional courses are the ones that will be taught in our departments. For example, you are going to learn psychology, you are going to learn, of course, everything is about education, psychology of education. You are going to learn sociology of education. You are going to learn philosophy of education. Everything that we shall teach you will be very much related to education. We shall try as much as possible to mentor you and bring you out as a teacher, a well-qualified teacher. And so, we have objectives in the school. We have 8 objectives, but I just want to mention 2 of these objectives. One of our objectives is to prepare an efficient and effective education specialist, teacher, and manager mostly of education institutions. That's one. That is what we hope we shall do at the end of the day. The other one is to train the teachers who are capable of adapting to the ever-changing societal needs, taking on different hats. I have said you are going to be an external parent, you have to be a counselor, you have to be a mentor, you have to be a role model of your students. But you also must be a teacher that can adapt to new technology when the situation calls for that. For example, today, we did not expect COVID-19 to be there, but we are faced with a new situation. We did not train any teacher to go and teach online, but now the teachers who are being asked to teach their children online, to teach their students online, are actually the teachers that were trained. That were trained not necessarily on online teaching, but they had to adapt to new changes. That a good teacher is a teacher that can adjust and adapt to new environments, new conditions, new children, that when you receive children in class, they will not always be the same. They are going to be different. They come from different home backgrounds. Can you adjust yourself to talk to this child in a more acceptable manner and talk to the other child in a more acceptable manner? So a good teacher is a teacher that should be able to adapt to the new changes, new innovations. These are some of them. The others you'll be able to read with the time to see. We are going to put this online and you'll be able to see what it is. Then we have I said we are serviced by other schools. We are serviced by the School of Science. We are serviced by the School of Humanities, which has just finished. We are serviced by the School of Business Education. We are serviced by the School of Agriculture. We are serviced by the School of Environmental Science, because geography is taught in environmental science. And so that means that as a student of education, you will actually interact with more people on this compound or at Pwani University campus than any other student, because you'll be working in the School of Education and working maybe in two schools. If you are doing business studies and you are also taking religious education, so you will be in the School of Education, you will have to go to the School of Business Studies to be trained there with the content, and then you will go to the School of Humanities to be given the content of in religious studies. The academic programs that we have several academic programs in the School of Education, which I want to believe that most of you, at least you will be fitting yourself in one of these. So you check and see, are you fitting in one of these programs? We have a certificate program in early childhood. The requirements are D+, but they are down there. You can be able to see them later. We have 2 diploma courses. We have a diploma in agriculture and we have a diploma in early childhood. So that means that if you have your brother, your sister, your cousin that may be interested in this, you can also inform them that Pwani University offers these particular programs. Remember, we are a School of Education, so when we offer certificate in early childhood, it is early childhood education. It will always be education at the end of it all. We have bachelor's programs. I know most of you here have been taken into one of these bachelor's programs. A Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood, Bachelor of Education Special Needs, Bachelor of Education Arts, and Bachelor of Education Science. Some of the students called me and told me they were taken for Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, and they thought that was Bachelor of Education. The two are not the same. The two Bachelor of Arts, you have been told by the dean who these people are. They don't have the professional courses. And there was a question that somebody asked, if you have done BA, can you become a teacher? Yes, you can become a teacher later, because we have a program here which is a postgraduate course. It's called Pgd. The Pgd program, the postgraduate course in education, this course is only 1 year. For students who have finished their 4 years in the arts program and you really feel you want to become a teacher, you can actually enroll for this particular course, either at Pwani University or other universities that offer education. So this is for somebody who yesterday the registrar of this program, the of fitting into that program. If you really to become a teacher this level with all education, you have met the criteria for actually put in your application, evaluate whether you can be transferred for a teacher. You are going to on a lot of hats. So if you are in education and you actually feel like, I don't like anything of doing a BA or doing a BS or doing a BA. This, I think it is the way the regulator talked, where you are move or to apply, not that when you apply, you will be given the green light to move to the school where you are interested. So for the students who are doing the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, yes, you can become a teacher, but when you take the professional courses today, or after the training, you can do now and take those professional courses and become a full-fledged teacher. The Ministry of Education has become very strict. Of untrained teachers is not acceptable in the schools. And so you cannot be in the school teaching there if you don't have the professional part of the teacher, that you will need to do the professional training before you will be allowed to do the teaching. Other programs that we offer in the school, I have mentioned Pgd, the postgraduate course, which is, we just abbreviated to Pgd. This is a course for students who will be interested in getting into education when they did not do education earlier. After your 4 years, you can actually, you have this as an option of becoming a teacher. Or maybe you have your relative who has already finished the degree work and he's interested in jumping into education. You can advise this person that there is a program in the universities called Pgd, which you can be able to do, and then you become a teacher like all the other teachers that did education. We have other programs. We have master's programs and we have PhD programs in many, many fields in education. In all our departments, as a student of education, you have a very wide choice if you want to further your career. You can further your career in any of the areas in education. You can become a psychologist in education by doing masters in education psychology after your 4 years. You can become an educational administrator. After your 4 years, you take your master's degree in administration. You can become a philosopher, educational philosopher in the School of Education after your 4 years, so you can be able to proceed with a master's degree and then a PhD degree in any area in education. That's what most of us in the School of Education did. We started off as teachers, the way you started off today, and then with time we advanced our education in specific areas of education. And now we teach in these different departments depending on our area of specialization. But you also have an added advantage that you can also proceed with your studies in any one of your teaching subjects where you will have majored. If you are a science student, you can also advance in chemistry and become a chemistry professor, because when somebody asked, must you have a PhD to teach at the university, you are given an answer. There is a starting point. If you want to teach at the university, the starting point, you have to do your master's, and then from the master's, you'll do your PhD. Most of the time, these are training courses like PhD. So you are likely to be employed at the university if you are a good student and then you will be teaching at the university as you train in your PhD. And that means that you can do a master's course either in the area of education, or you can do your master's course in the in the content area. If you major there, that is, because you cannot just do a master's in an area where you did not perform well. You must prove yourself capable, because if you want to further your education, then you really must work smart and work very well to be able to advance your studies in a specific area of interest. Now, what are the career prospects for the teacher? Let's see. The career prospects for the teacher, they are, from the face value, they appear to be very narrow, but let me assure my student teachers that career prospects for the teacher are not as narrow as we imagine. Our main employer file is TSC. TSC will employ our teachers in high school and other institutions of education. For example, teacher training colleges, early childhood centers and rehabilitation homes. You have heard about rehabilitation homes. If you are taking, for example, early childhood, or you are taking special needs, you can get a job in these kind of areas. We have special needs education institutions. For example, KISE. Who are the people who are working at KISE? They are actually graduate teachers that go to KISE to develop curriculum in your own area of specialization. If you have done physics and you are a good physics teacher, KISE can, this is KISE. KISE is the area for special needs. For people who are doing special education, there are openings at KISE, Kenya Institute of Special Education. You can get openings there to teach them. Then I have KICD. KICD is Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. This is the area that employs also a lot of teachers, but you must be a hardworking teacher to go to KICD, because this is an institution that develops curriculum, and these people work day and night. They are always on their toes to look at whether the curriculum is working right. Like now, in the era of CBC, they are really, really busy. But who are these people working at KICD? They initially were teachers, and they were recruited at KICD. Most of them, when they go there, they also advance their studies. And you will find that now most of them have PhDs at KICD. So there's that opportunity that you can still advance your studies even when you go to these areas. We have what we call assessment centers. Assessment centers, especially for the learners, for the students that have been taken in for special needs, that these are avenues where you could also work. We have in the university, we have said, if you work smart, the person who asked, must you have a PhD to work at the university? Not always. There must be a starting point. It's just that now we have many people getting higher education, and so then the qualifications are also put up. But you can start with your master's to work at the university. The previous person talked about, we have certificate courses, we have diploma courses. You don't necessarily, you don't need to have a PhD to teach certificate, but because you are at the university, most of the time, it is actually a requirement. And so if you really have a desire of working at the university, from the word go, you have to start working smart. These are all areas of teaching, but We also have students that actually train and never step in a classroom. That you can be, as a teacher, you can be taken in, because most organizations have that department of training. And so the people who are employed in this department of training, most of the time they look for people at least who have the professional training course. So you can actually work in industries, you can work in organizations. I know some of my students that never stepped in class, they went to work in airlines, many other organizations. And you can also become a politician. I think we have a lot of good teachers that have made good politicians in this country. A good example is our late president, may his soul rest in peace, President Moi, the politician number one. I think the country misses him very much. This person here, or this gentleman, was a teacher, and that is how he was able to rule Kenya for 24 years. So my dear students, you are very, very welcome to the School of Education. Here we are going to mentor you. As I said, you will be a parent. In the School of Education, we become parents. When you come to Pwani University, we are looking forward to having the students on campus so that we can meet in person, so that we can be able to play our roles correctly. And this is a school where the faculty is very strong, and the faculty, it consists of professional teachers. And therefore, rest assured that you are actually in very, very safe hands of people that are going to mentor you, and people that are also going to parent you. Sometimes we are accused for playing parenthood too much to students, but it is because of our role as teachers. We knew that when we were going into this teaching career, we knew that we had to be parents to our students. And so we actually become parents to students. So the student teachers, first years, feel very welcome. Let me give this opportunity to my CODs that are around to say one or two words about the departments that they head. I would like to start with Dr. Chebi. Are you around? Dr. Mary, you tell us something about your department, early childhood and special needs. These two departments are these two programs. In the mornings, some students talked about what is the difference between a program and a course. We have the special needs program and we have early childhood program. These two programs are based in the Department of Educational Psychology, Special Needs and Early Childhood. The psychologists in this department, including me, we train you in your professional psychological courses. Dr. Mary Chebi, are you around?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please tell the students one or two words about your department. Thank you.
Okay. I'm really putting my
Mary, do you have any presentation? I can remove my presentation.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay. Good afternoon, students and Dean. I'm Dr. Mary JB from the Department of Educational Psychology and Special Needs and Early Childhood. Students in this department, we are 8 lecturers. The 8 lecturers, 3 handle psychology and any other. And then I'm in early childhood, then 2 handle special needs. In this department, of course, we are privileged. I hope I'm being heard. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, we can hear you,
Yes.
Mary.
In this department, we are privileged to also have the dean who has been talking to you. She belongs to this department of ours. I'm privileged to have her, Dr. Jacinta Kwena. And in this department, we host 3, let's say 2 programs, and also education. Psychology is not a program, but it is offered to most of our students the way the dean has expressed. Hello. There is a problem. Pardon? Yes.
It's too bright. There's a lot of light. I don't know whether you can close the curtains just to so that we can see you clearly.
Mary, it's about the lighting in your room. The curtains, maybe behind you there. Mary, are you experiencing a problem? Dr. Chiebi? With your permission, Dr. Dean students, can I suggest that the COD, another COD takes over? Technology sometimes is problematic. Or is it only me who is not hearing Mary?
You are now unmuted.
Will be assisted. So do we wait or can we put on somebody as we wait for her? Okay. Can I request Dr. Muraga to say something as Mary prepares to come? Mary is there, Sawa. She is already connected.
Okay.
Mary, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Welcome. Sorry for the hinge.
That is better.
Yes, but as I had explained, in this department of mine or of ours, students, we are privileged to have the dean who has just talked to you. She is a member of this department and she is a specialist in educational psychology and statistics. We also, the one talking to you is a specialist in early childhood. Then we have Dr. Sarah Mwangi and Maneno, specialist in special education. Then we have Dr. Anika Alice, Dr. Lusweti, specialized in educational psychology. Lusweti also beeps up with the research, the way you've had Dr. Kwena saying that you can advance, and you can advance also in research, you can advance in statistics, you can advance in curriculum development, though the curriculum person will be talking to you. We are also privileged to have the special needs specialist, the way Daktari has put it to you. She has given you the privileges of being a special need teacher. What I would just want to add is when you trained as a special needs teacher, you have an added advantage to the bed arts, to the bed science, because you earn more than the rest. In fact, we are looking for money. We come to universities, we go to colleges to have a higher salary. That's why we should also urge you to advance. And the way you had asked, can one teach in a university with the masters, with what? No. Yes, you can do, but for now, we look at PhD. And the more you get your PhD, the more you get more papers, the higher the salary. That's why we have to aim higher students. Then, of course, early childhood, when you do early childhood, you have so many privileges. She had already highlighted them, but again, you become a specialist in early childhood. You handle matters that pertain children. You can work in NGOs. You can be hired during this COVID pandemic. You can be hired to look at the children nutrition. That's what we train you to do. You have so many privileges. You do teaching practice. We also send you to institutions to do things that pertain early childhood. So you have so many added advantages. Then you can work overseas. People in overseas in America, they in fact like people who have trained in early childhood. To add on what the dean has told you. Then, of course, in this department, we also have educational psychology. The way she has explained to you, it's not a program, but to be a teacher, you must do educational psychology the way she has, to become a professional teacher, the way she had explained, because we don't want to waste time repeating what she has said. Of course, now let me come to your welfare. I know we are talking to you virtually because of COVID-19, but we could be talking to you face to face, so as I could tell you your welfare here is very important. I know one day we will meet face to face. When you come to the university, we expect you to be grown-ups. And of course you are a grown-up. Of course you are adults. We would like you to be your own keeper. We would like you to be time conscious. When I say time conscious, there are no bells in the university. Nobody will wake you up. Nobody will tell you come to class. You will know yourself that my business here is to get quality education, quality certificate. Of course, what do I mean by quality certificate? If you get first class and I get a pass or second class lower, during employment by TSC, of course they will go for the person who got first class. That's why we are saying when you come, when we do online, kindly take it serious, because you are looking for quality education and quality certificate that will enable you put something on the table. You are not coming to look for something that you will walk around with, looking for employment, and people will look at you as if you are never a serious person. School of Education trains professional teachers. When you come, we expect professionalism in you, because you will go outside. You will go to train out. You will go to teach outside there. We expect to have some professionality in you. In fact, decency in clothing. Always be yourself. We will not expect a high levels like immorality, because when you go out and you practice immorality, you will be sacked and you will be deregistered as a TSC teacher. So kindly, we are urging you, welcome to this School of Education, welcome to this Department of Educational Psychology, Early Childhood and Special Needs. We require you, we need you, we want you to teach up to where we are. We want you to teach up to the retirement age, not to be deregistered by your unprofessional practices. Of course, when you come, we want you to manage your finances. Right now, there is the issue of bundles. If you don't manage your finances, you will say, I cannot be online because I have no finances. Kindly manage the little your parents are giving you in order to be online during the online classes, during such a session, and even when you come to the university during face-to-face, we expect you to manage your finances, because you will be buying food. Nobody will be cooking for you. You will be buying food. So if you don't have money, where will you get what to eat? Otherwise, nasema karibu Pwani. Pwani ni Kenya. Na hiyo slogan ya kusema ukienda Pwani ni harusi, kurudi ni matanga is a lie. Fellow student, it is a lie. Thank you, Dean Juma. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Mary.
Yes.
I think I would like to call upon Dr. Murage to say hello to the students and tell them something. Thank you, Mary, for that.
Thank you, Dean. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, very well, very well.
And we also want to see you.
Yeah, I'm trying to put my webcam on.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not showing, but I start sharing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know why it's not showing. Anyway, once again, I want to welcome our students to Pwani University. And I must tell you that we are very, very proud and privileged to have you. Know that we love you and we really are looking forward to meet you. My name's Dr. Susan Muraga. I'm the chair of a department called Education, Administration, Economics and Planning. We teach our students mainly on leadership, management, administration, planning, and economics. Now, most of our programs are mainly at master's level and the PhD level. There's a student who was asking or wanting to become a lecturer. Now, we encourage our students, once you finish your undergraduate, kindly join our postgraduate programs. There are many, and you can choose from a variety of them. And we welcome you if you want to pursue your education, and that is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Now, at undergraduates, we teach two courses. We teach what is known as education administration, mainly to the second years, and we also teach economics of education and education planning. Now, once you do these courses, we give you skills and competencies to become a leader, skills in leadership, skills in management, skills in economics, and skills in planning in education. We are hoping that once you finish your course, most of you or some of you will become managers of institutions, you'll become administrators, you'll become planners in education, and you also you'll become economics in education. And therefore, we will give you skills that will enable you to become leaders in your various fields, to become planners in your various fields, and to become administrators in your various fields. In this department, we have two lecturers. We have Dr. Joseph Malechwanzi. He's a specialist in planning and economics. And we also have a lecturer known as Mr. Musa Yeya. He's also good in administration. And I'm also a specialist in administration and management and leadership. Now, at Pwani University and also in our school, we have a very conducive environment for learning and for teaching. And I urge you to take advantage of the resources that we are going to provide you and the good environment and the conducive environment that we will provide you for learning and for you to be able to succeed in the areas that you'll be interested in. Now, I think that's all. I welcome you to Pwani, and God bless you as you embark the journey to your success and your future. Thank you, Dean Kwena. Thank you, Dean Juma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murage. This is the specialist in administration. If you are interested in becoming an administrator, a principal, a head teacher, a head of an institution, you will need to do your master's in administration, and that is where you will get the skill to be able to be an administrator. Thank you very much, Dr. Murage. Let me call upon Dr. Ruto to say something to the students. Dr. Ruto is the head of the Department of Education, Philosophy, and something, so that teachers, you must be philosophers if you are going to teach effectively. And that's why you find a lot of teachers being politicians. They talk and talk and talk. Dr. Ruto, please, let's hear something from you for the students. Is Dr. Ruto around? I've seen a lot of postings here in on the website. Okay.
I've managed to put my photos so the students can see.
So people can see Dr. Murage there.
Here I am. Hi and bye.
Hi. Welcome. At least
Dr. Murage.
Thank you very much.
Sawa.
Thank you.
The voice of a woman. This is a school that has the voice of a woman.
Yes.
So can we, Dr. Ruto, are you around? Okay, in the absence of Dr. Ruto, can we have Dr. Namasaka? Dr. Namasaka is the person whose department houses the Bachelor of Education Arts. That's a very big group of students. And the Bachelor of Education Science, a very big group of students. He also handles students that are agriculture oriented. We have a program, Pgd Agriculture in Education, which also Dr. Namasaka handles. And so, Dr. Namasaka, tell us about your programs. I think nobody has talked about the qualifications for the teacher. I would request Dr. Namasaka that as you talk to the students, please highlight the requirements for the qualifications for the bachelors in arts, the bachelors in science, and then, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dean School of Education and Dean of Students, my colleagues and students. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Fred Namasaka, a teacher by profession, specialist in science education. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to Pwani University. In line with what my colleagues have done, you made the right choice to choose Pwani University, and more specifically to choose education as your program.
Mr. Teacher, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you can put your webcam on, then we can be able to see you. I think teachers want to see their teacher.
Now I'm limited in a way. Yeah, they will not be able to see me at the moment, but we shall connect somehow.
Okay.
Yes, accept my situation. Okay, thank you. So I was saying that I thank you so much because you made the right choice. First, to come to Pwani University to train, and secondly, to choose a program that does with the teaching. As you all know, that teaching is the highest form of understanding, and the influence of a teacher is actually timeless. To a person, a teacher is a very special person. So you'll be training to become teachers. So the department we belong to is referred to as the Department of Curriculum, Instruction, and Educational Technology. A department of Pwani University that has the largest number of students. So the programs which are there, as Dean of School has said, we have got Bachelor of Education Science, there is Bachelor of Education Arts, Bachelor of Science Agricultural Education, and then we also have Diploma in Agricultural Education and Postgraduate Diploma in Education. So the 5 programs I've talked about are very active and running. Now, how do we organize these programs? These programs are run with 2 main components. We have got professional courses and content courses, the way Dean of School did explain. So the professional courses are offered by departments of School of Education, as you have been told, the Department of Psychology, Department of Educational Foundations, Planning, and then also the Department of Curriculum, Instruction and Educational Technology has her own courses that are professional. For example, instructional methods, curriculum development, preparation for teaching learning resource project, and also subject methods, because each subject area has got methods which are, so we call them subject methods. And then teaching practice is also organized there, and field attachment for those who pursue agricultural education. So there are a number of combinations in each of these programs. Let me start with Bachelor of Education Science. We've got about 12 combinations. And these combinations were not just arbitrarily decided upon. We are guided by requirements of the Teachers Service Commission. And also we put combinations which are flow together, like mathematics, physics, biology, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, chemistry, and like that. So we actually well guided. We also have got very nice programs that do with computer studies, because it is a subject area for high school. And then we have got combinations of Pgd Arts also, which are about 15, and they follow what TSC recommends, because there's normally a pattern, so we adapt that pattern. But I want to say that English, it goes together with the literature. So you don't have any other subject apart from English. When you take English, then be sure to also take literature. They go like that. But for others, you can have like Kiswahili geography, Kiswahili history, Kiswahili religion, and like that. So the menu is wide, you'll choose. And Dean asked me to talk about the requirements for you to be able to be accepted in these programs. For the one of, generally speaking, you require a mean grade of C+ to train as a teacher. Is a general requirement by Teacher Service Commission. And then apart from having obtained a mean grade of C+, you also require a grade of C+ in each one of your 2 preferred teaching subjects. So as you think about choosing which subject to pursue, you need to be sure that you obtain of C+ and above. Don't make a mistake of choosing a subject where you got below C+, because you don't be given registration number by the Teachers Service Commission. A number of people have made that mistake before, and they have not been able to finalize their process of registration with the Teacher Service Commission. So relook at your result slip and see to it that you have got this minimum requirement. Then you are expected to make choice of the subject area or 2 subject areas that you want to pursue, and then you'll become more specialized maybe somewhere along the way. Now, for those who are pursuing agricultural education, you will be specializing in biology and agriculture specifically. So that's also good knowing. The ones who will be taking Pgd, you'll get professionals, but this is not for you, maybe later. But like the dean said, if you have got your colleagues, your relatives who pursued general programs and they want to cross over to the teaching side, then advise them to come to Pwani University to pursue this postgraduate diploma in education. They will get professional courses and they will therefore qualify to be employed as teachers by the Teachers Service Commission. Now, apart from the bachelor's degrees programs that I've talked about, we also have Master of Education programs and then PhD programs. They do the same line in content areas from the department. Remember, I said department is about curriculum, instruction, educational technology. In our hands, we are very safe, and you will see this for yourself. The department has got competent, seasoned, and professional staff and all your needs. The first one on the leading our DVC for administration, finance, and planning. Professor Mondo is a very senior member of our department, specialized in curriculum and also mathematics education. Then we also have others like Dr. Agwins Otieno, who is a specialist in language education. Then we have got Mr. Kamanja Gadu, who is a specialist in educational technology. We have got Adija Nyira Mafaranga, who is a specialist in mathematics education. Then we have got Mr. Alfred Omoro, who is a specialist in agricultural education. Also, we have got members who are out on study leave, like Mr. Stephen Amkune, who is specializing in educational technology. So these members, you can see, are not many, but they handle specifically professional courses that are offered by the department. And then we also get support from service departments and all of them in the university, apart from that one of hospitality and tourism, and then the department of the one in the health. But all other departments of the university, we get support from them because they offer content courses to our students. So there are two components. There's the professional set and the content courses you also get. So in a nutshell, we have got 2 degrees in one that you're actually pursuing, and the whole world open for you in terms of careers, except professional courses like law, like medicine, like engineering. Otherwise, all these other areas, you are there. So we shall share more about what happens in the school, in the Department of Curriculum, Instruction, and Educational Technology. My email address is f.namasaka@pu.ac.ke, but I'll put it on the chat, then you can see. I also write my number, so that is very easy for us to communicate as we start off. Otherwise, I want to encourage you to be people, be disciplined, do what you are told to do, attend to every bit of communication that you receive, and take everything seriously.
Thank you very much, Dr. Namasaka. Are you done?
I will still make clarification. Thank you so much, the deans, my colleagues and students.
Thank you, Dr. Namasaka. That is the COD for CET. That is curriculum instruction education technology. This is a COD that will really interact with many times. He will have to sign a lot of your forms, so you need to know him. But I think it may be okay that all of us give our contacts here in case there are students that would like to get in touch with us. I don't know if Dr. Ruto is now okay. He had a problem with his microphone. I don't know if he has been connected. Dr. Ruto, if you have been connected, please, you can come on board and talk to the students. Meanwhile, as Dr. Ruto connects, Dr. Namasaka has talked about the variety of options that you have in the Bachelor of Arts program. Actually, we have 19, not even just 15. That we have a very wide option in the area of Bachelor of Arts. In the area of Bachelor of Science, that's where we have 11 options. But this, as he said very clearly, is in accordance to TSC. We want to be sure that when you graduate, TSC will not tell you that you did not do the right thing. That we are working together with the TSC being our major employer, because we have seen that we can actually be employed in other places. I have told you that I have had my students who have never stepped in the classroom. They finished and they got into other professions, other organizations. They are training there and all is okay. So rest assured that you will be taken care of when you come to Pwani University. I hope that you have clearly understood the requirements for each of the requirements of the teaching subjects. This is crucial because there are times when students, even after we have talked to them like this, there are students who find themselves doing subjects where they did not meet the minimum requirement. This is going to disadvantage you, so please get it very clearly. I know that the first requirement each person here has, everybody has a C+ and above. But when it comes to the subject areas, if you are interested in taking CRE and Kiswahili, there must be a minimum pass grade of C+ in Kiswahili and a minimum of pass grade of C+ in CRE. If you don't take that today and you happen to go through the registration, at the end of 4 years, you are going to have a lot of problems with employment. I can see Dr. Ruto is on. Dr. Ruto, please, karibu. Say something to the students.
Thank you, Dean. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. To the students, welcome to Pwani University. Welcome to the School of Education, headed by Dr. Jacinta Kwena. Hello? Yes? Pardon? Is that okay?
It's okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, please, Dr. Proceed.
You are now muted.
Okay, fine, thank you. Thank you, Dean, Dr. Aswani, for giving me this chance. And we welcome all our students who are coming to take the BA program. We have a vibrant head of school, Dr. Jacinta Kwena herself, supported by quite a number of us. And we welcome you to Pwani. In my department, we teach history of education. We also teach philosophy of education. We teach sociology of education and comparative education. We also have a course we call policy studies, and we are going to be teaching policy studies at the master's and PhD level. I have the following members of staff in my department. We have Dr. Kisaka, who specializes in sociology of education, but currently we don't have somebody helping us to teach history of education. So Dr. Kisaka is teaching history of education and sociology of education. Now we also have Dr. Nancy Abalaba. And Nancy Abalaba is an economist, educational economist, and has also been helping us to teach sociology of education. Her area of specialization is going to be policy studies, and when we get students for that course, Dr. Abalaba is going to be leading our troops in that course. Now we also have Charles Lewa. Charles Lewa, and he helps me to teach philosophy of education. Now, I want to tell our students that you've chosen the right course, I believe, because education, a bachelor's degree in education can help you to develop your careers in a variety of sectors. For example, you can be a researcher, educational researcher, in which case you can specialize in psychology, the psychology of the child, or you can specialize in educational foundations courses, in which case you will be dealing with policy matters and philosophies of education. You will also be examining issues about education which are sociological in nature. And we have opportunities also open for you in the NGO sector. You know, you remember or you know that NGOs, most of them deal with social issues, and we usually have opportunities in those areas. We also have opportunities in science, specialization in science. If you want to become a researcher in science, you can go into and for a student who is taking Bachelor of Education Science, you have the freedom to choose careers in science areas, biology, physics, chemistry, biochemistry, and all other science specializations. Now, education also, a degree in education also helps you to be a lawmaker. I'm a lawmaker myself, and with a BA degree program, I enjoyed being a lawmaker, trying to be a jack of all trades. You can also start your own careers in guidance psychology, and you can become a psychologist, particularly in clinical areas. We have somebody in the Department of Psychology who is specializing in clinical psychology, and those are areas that can also offer you opportunities. You can be an educational economist. You've listened to Dr. Muraga. You can be an economist, you can be an education administrator, and so we also train theoreticians in both education and specialized areas of study. So welcome, we are very excited to have you in Pwani, and we are very excited to join the leadership of Dr. Jacinta Kwena as our leader in the School of Education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruto. So you did I hear you tell them that they can become philosophers? That they can become philosophers like Plato at the end of it all. Otherwise, thank you very much, Dr. Ruto. Thank you, my colleagues, my CODs. Thank you, students, for listening to us. Thank you, Dean Juma. I think the students, we are ready for you, whether online or face-to-face. We are very ready for you. Feel very welcome. One quality or one role that I forgot to talk about, the teacher discipline, that we expect teachers to be disciplinarians, and that means that you yourself must be a disciplined person. You cannot discipline people if you are not disciplined. So we expect you that when you come to Pwani University, you are going to be a very disciplined group of students, that we can be able to see that these are our teachers. Dr. Chebi just talked about the code of dressing and all that, etc. If you ask my student teachers, they will tell you, if you go to Dr. Kwena's office and you are not dressed correctly, she'll tell you go back and come back looking like a teacher. I would like to see my teachers looking like teachers from the word go. That think about that teacher that was a role model to you. What did that teacher look like? So then can you try and model that teacher? But we are very happy to have you at Pwani University. I think we have answered most of the questions. Most of the questions have been coming on the platform, and all of us have been involved in answering them. If there are still other questions unanswered, students, please feel free and ask. This is time for questioning, I believe. Ronald Juma, is that correct?
Yeah, it is, Dean. It is correct. And please, as Dean has said, the floor is open. If you have a question, switch on your mic and we shall see you and give you the opportunity to ask your question. Any question from the floor, students? Looks like, Dean, your team has been doing a wonderful job here. I can see the charts.
Yeah, the charts are quite full.
Handled most of the questions that the students had.
True. There were a lot of questions, but
Yes.
they were handled as they came in. And so I want to believe that students are clear about this. There are people who are asking about the changes. The changes, please be on the lookout from next week on Monday. On the website, they are going to open a portal where you will be able to do the changes, so that if you want to move from one department to the other, if you want to move from one school to the other school, please put in, make sure that you don't miss that. Don't come after 2 weeks and say, this is what I wanted to do. But think about it very seriously. If you want to make changes, talk to your parents, let them advise you, or your siblings, before you jump from one place to the other place. There are many students that have been asking about specialization. Specialization, I hope that you meant, we talk about majoring. The majoring issue normally starts in third year. When you are in third year, then if you are a science student, there is an option for majoring. I have told these students that we shall explain to you, we have a cutoff for majoring. We have a justification why we have that cutoff. Because most of the time, the students that are majoring, they have the prospects of furthering in that course. You are already aspiring to do your master's and maybe your PhD in that area of mathematics. So we will not allow you to be a weak mathematics student and you are planning to major in that. If you don't have that cutoff that I have given, we shall not allow you to do that. In the area of B.Ed Arts, we don't have majoring, and students who are in the B.Ed Arts are not disadvantaged at all. When they are just taking the regular course, regular program, after their B.Ed course, for those who are interested in doing a master's in any of their areas of specialization, so far we have not had problems with that. And so we don't have the majoring option in the B.Ed Arts. But in the B.Ed Science, we have the majoring option. So I hope that it is clear to the students who are asking those questions. I think that is okay. If there is nobody with a question, there's a lineup of the CODs except Dr. Namasaka. That is Dr. Mary Chebi, the COD, Educational Psychology, Early Childhood, and Special Needs. So if you are a student of special needs, this is your COD, your head of department. If you are early childhood, this is your head of department. We have Dr. Ruto. Dr. Ruto, as we have said, most of the courses that are in this department are done at the master's and PhD courses, PhD level, but they service our B.Ed students, I think, in 4 areas. And so you will take 4 courses from his department as professional courses. And this is Dr. Namasaka. Finally, he's able to come on board. Dr. Namasaka, for students of B.Ed Science, the students of B.Ed Arts, this is the COD that you are going to interact with. Again, a lot of servicing is done here. These are the people that are really going to mold you into a really technical teacher, a teacher that can be able to make teaching aids, a teacher that can be able to decide which method you are going to use to deliver this particular content, etc., etc. When you come, very interesting courses, because I would have explained what this teacher of psychology will be doing, how to motivate people. That is what their area is. Then we have Dr. Muraga here. Dr. Muraga also, their courses like Dr. Ruto, their courses are mainly at the master's level and PhD level. But they also service the B.Ed students so that they will still do courses of administration within from this department. You will do courses in economics and planning from this department. So these are our 4 departments. And as I said, the students of education, you are very welcome. You are in very safe hands in the School of Education. Karibu sana. Thank you very much, CODs, and thank you so much, Dean of Students, Juma. I think back to Ronald.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dean Kwena and the CODs. I'm very, very impressed because today you made our screen look nice. Eh?
Decorated.
Yes, you're really good teachers, and I think the students are going to benefit out of your experience. Thank you so much for that.
We are teachers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I think our time is up. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now close down for today, and I expect you to join tomorrow to continue to get more and more about Pwani from the other schools. I think we are remaining now with the directorates, and thereafter we shall have the Vice Chancellor speaking to you guys. So please let me stop there so that I don't eat much of your bundles, but prepare for tomorrow so that you can join us in this session. Thank you so much to all of you. And I want to say that this session now is adjourned. Thank you so much.